Hello, my love. How are you doing? I know it's been so long. You have just been bouncing around the world, just been flying around. Yes, well, with your show, your movie, all of the above, you're keeping very busy. And you have a new lover. Oh yes, I know. I can only imagine the paparazzi following you all the time must be exhausting. But hey, at least you always look incredible in the photos. Oh, thank you. What can I say? I always know what the paparazzi like to see in terms of style, and you will never be the loser on Who Wore It Better in the Us Weekly magazines. Oh, could you even imagine my career done for? Well, I am so excited to start planning and prepping your look for this year's Met Gala. I know it's just around the corner, so we need to come up with something. I was going to say revolutionary, but honestly, we did that last year. Last year it was groundbreaking. It truly was. I don't think I've ever been more proud of myself in my whole life. And it also helped that I had the most beautiful, perfect canvas there is. Well, this year, the new theme is Garden of Time. I know, I thought we could do a really, well, we've got a few options, but I do like the garden aspect of it, and of course we could do something even more political, more of a statement with the time. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm having a little bit of trouble focusing because you smell absolutely incredible. When I leaned in to go for the double peck on the cheeks, just flooded with the most delicious scent. I have to ask, what are you wearing? Dossier, I've heard about them. They're incredible. Oh, really? Okay, I didn't know that they were vegan as well. Tell me more. So my seashells, by now you know how much I love Dossier and their perfumes, colognes, unisex scents. But if you are new here, then let me fill you in on the infamous Dossier perfumes that I love and cherish. So Dossier offers designer quality luxurious scents for the fraction of the price. They make those luxurious fragrances accessible because smelling delicious, having that confidence in yourself and that scent, that aura should be accessible to all. There shouldn't be a hefty price tag on it. Dossier does designer inspired scents, so you can get those iconic fragrances at a fraction of the price, like I said. But what I really love is a few things. Now first, that they are very transparent about their pricing model and also where they source their ingredients from, which happens to be the fragrance capital of the world in France. So you're getting those same high quality ingredients that are in those iconic perfumes, but you're not paying for the silly markups that those brands do. You're not paying for the brand names, and you're not paying for that excess packaging. These perfumes focus specifically on quality. And with that quality comes clean fragrances. They are 100% non-toxic and cruelty-free, which is what I really, really, really love. That is my top favorite aspect of Dossier, is that sometimes I want to try these iconic scents that everyone's talking about, YSL, Dior, Tom Ford, all of that, but they are not cruelty-free, they're not vegan. Dossier is focusing on quality and being good for you, non-toxic, and good for the planet, sustainable. This month, I want to highlight 3 scents from Dossier that I really love. The first being the citrus green apple, which of course has top notes of green apple in it. This one actually isn't on their site anymore, sadly, but hopefully they bring it back, fingers crossed. But you can see, I think I showed this last month one through the month before as well, and since then I have used a significant amount of it, and I love this one. It is so fresh and clean and bright and airy. It's not too apple-y in terms of like red apple, whereas a green apple is, yeah, very citrusy and just like light. It really opens, I don't know, just opens everything up for me. Like, oh, I just love it. I specifically love spraying this one in my closet so that all of my clothes like stay smelling fresh, if that makes sense. I really love this one as like a base scent for the spring and summer. It's great to mix in with some of their other ones that are a bit heavier and more indulgent to kind of lighten them up a bit. Next up, we have Fruity Neroli, which this one is inspired by Armani's My Way and retails for over $150. So you can get this one from Dossier for less than $50. So you can get 3 Dossier perfumes for the price of one of these. Some of the other retail perfumes that you can get are like upwards of $300 to $500. It's insane. So way better option to get multiple different Dossier scents. You can switch it up, you can mix them, all of that good stuff. Yeah, so this one is like a level up from the citrus green apple. This one's fresh, airy, everyday. Fruity Neroli is much classier in terms of an everyday elegant perfume. I would wear this one, for example, to go to like the farmer's market or just like going to the post office. I would wear this one, I don't know, it's like a meeting or like at the bank. Maybe going out shopping with friends or something, like a little bit more elevated. Last but certainly not least, we have Gourmand Orange Blossom, and this one I've saved for a very fancy dinner, something that's very classy because it's even one step up from the Fruity Neroli. This one for me is just like the ultimate, I don't know, like feminine, like it sounds odd, but feminine, like mid-40s, like Chanel hat or sunglasses. That is this scent to me. So my seashells, if you are looking for luxurious, high quality, clean scents that are actually affordable, then be sure to check out Dossier. I will have the links in the description for you guys to check them out, and if you do, let me know which scents you get and if we are twinning. So be sure to check them out, and thank you so much, Dossier, for sponsoring today's roleplay. Wow, I didn't know all that about them. That's really amazing. I love that they donate to charity as well. And sorry, which scent did you say you had on right now? Orange Blossom. Okay, I'll have to take a mental note of that because I'm gonna have to add that one to my collection. I feel like it'd be really good to mix in with something that's a bit more like pure vanilla or something, so you smell just like a cake, right? Yeah, I feel like you're one to mix your perfumes. You always smell delicious though. Whenever we have fittings and whatnot, I love it. We smell so good. You make the room light up. Not only with scent, of course, but just with your energy. You've got such an incredible personality and just aura to you. I'm gonna be honest. Obviously, before, you're younger than me, so way back in my day, but no. I've worked with other celebrities, and some of them have been, they're a bit draining, let's just put it that way. But I always love how you can brighten any room that you step in, truly. You are the brightest flash on that red carpet. Okay, so for the theme, like I mentioned, we've got Garden of Time. Now, like always, I want to hear your thoughts, my love. What would you like to be dressed in? What are you feeling comfortable in? What are your goals for this Met Gala? What would you like? Okay. So a bit more understated than last year. Fair. That would be easy to do. Understated. Okay. Just want something very elegant. Okay. Okay, so a bit more simple then. Now, I will say the only thing that, I'd consider is because last year we went so above and beyond and we made a statement. I mean, that's also because you just had your other movie premiere, which did so well. So, I mean, we wanted to do something that was like bam in your face for that Met Gala. If we don't do something that's to the same caliber this year, you will get a lot of comments from outlets saying they are boring, or just even from those, when people review the Met Gala outfits on TikTok. I'm sure you'll definitely get a few of those where people wish you would have did more, and etc, etc. I'm just letting you know, if you're okay with that, then we're fine. But just thought I'd mention it. Oh no, I mean, at the end of the day, yes, I'm the stylist, but this isn't really about me as much, because I've had my moments. My moment was last year's Met Gala with you. So let's make this one about you and what you really want to feel comfortable in. And I also know that you've had, a bit of tougher times recently. Yes, I am sorry to hear about that. Yeah, I know. I can only imagine, I've dealt with my fair share of body stuff, so I get it. So I really just want to make sure that like we've been doing for the past couple months, and dressing you in chic outfits that look good but also make you feel good. I want to keep that up even for the Met Gala. Okay. Got it. Yes, if we were to do silks, we can make sure we do vegan silks. Yeah, of course. Okay, now I did just want to point this gown out to you, because this is something that I was kind of thinking we could elevate. But it is a beautiful piece. This gown is actually from Hey Harper My Seashells, if you're wondering. It's a beautiful see-through gown here. So it is, we could have some covers, of course, or we could line it, but I just love the actual puffy flowers on it here. We can do these in different colors. We can do them in the same fabric to match the gown. We can do a bunch of different colors all over and make it look like an actual garden. What I was thinking could be cool as well is if we did different flowers, like almost through the, how can I describe this? Actually, my seashells, like flowers through their life cycle. For example, Garden of Time. So we could have the almost back of the gown, like as if you're the flower blooming, and then as you get to the back into the train, that's when the flowers start to pass, almost, if that makes sense. Sounds a bit dark when I explain it like that, but just more of a circle of life type of thing, and you are the flower that is blooming. Okay, got it. So noted flowers, fair enough. It did sound a bit darker when I said it out loud, but this is why we work together. Okay. And do you like the idea of the puffy flowers here? I think that they could be really beautiful going all the way down. We could always change this. I just did a high neckline because I know you've been preferring those lately, and they do suit you so well. They're absolutely timeless and chic. So we could do something like that, or we could switch it up. Okay. Looking for more of a sweetheart. Yeah, a little bit of décolletage. You know what? I don't think we've actually put you in more of a halter style. I would love to see you in that. I think that'd look beautiful on you. I do. I think it'd really elongate everything as well. Okay, so let's try a halter style then. I'm just going to do some sketches here. Okay. So you like the idea of the puffy flowers, and you like more of a halter neckline. Do do you want to play into the time aspect of this or the garden aspect of this? I think there are going to be people who do a lot of both, and I think that there will be definitely some more political aspects of this, but we don't really want to go for that this year. We did that last year. We had our moment. Okay. I see. If you're thinking that and you want to play into a little bit more of something that might evoke a little bit more of emotion but still not be a political statement, what if we just did it instead of like the bubble flowers, which, don't get me wrong, I do love, we actually maybe do petals. Yeah, and we can have these beautiful, like, let's do magnolia petals. Have you ever seen a magnolia tree? They're absolutely stunning. The deep, rich purple color in the petals with the light lavender tones would really suit your palette as well. I think that's a really beautiful palette on you. Yeah, I can already see it. And the petals of a magnolia tree are so heavy, and when they fall, it's just because they actually can't even support themselves. Like, they're just so heavy, but they fall so beautifully. And if you watch them almost like fall in the wind, it's heavy, but it's yet so beautiful. It's bittersweet. So if we do a gown that has a similar fabric to this, we could make it a nice chiffon, would be pretty. And we cover you in petals. They go all the way up into a halter style, and we could do a very low back. That'd be pretty, right? I like that idea, the low back. Let's go ahead with that then. I think that is going to be so stunning, because having them go down the back and having that low back, and we can even actually put a few of the petals like in your hair as well. So gorgeous. Okay, yes, let's do this. So we're gonna have the petals going up into the halter. Okay, and we're going to have a low back. Are you comfortable with that? Yeah, that really does suit you so beautifully. So we're going to do a low back. And we're going to have these petals almost look like they're just falling off of you. We'll have them stuck to the dress, of course, so it won't be completely see-through. And for the fabric, like I said, we'll do something similar to that, but we'll do a light grayish lavender color, the lighter tones of the magnolia petals. And we'll do that, and it'd be cool if we could almost even do real ones, but I'll see what I can make happen with the team. And having those cover all of the areas, of course, making sure you're covered where you need to be, but having them look like they're almost falling off of you, and just to showcase that time is fleeting. At any chance, one's petal could fall, and that's why in the garden of time, you must embrace every moment, because you never know when your last petal could fall. I think that's really beautiful and also powerful in a way. Sometimes it's about art that isn't as in your face. Last year we were in your face. We made a statement and people loved it. It was very much Hunger Games-esque, wasn't it? But this year we want it to be subtle undertones. We also want to maybe show a bit of like your journey, like you've gone through so much this year, working so hard. You've also struggled with certain things, mental health, and just this is more of your growth. You're blossoming into who you are, and it's okay to not be a powerhouse all the time. It's okay to bloom like a flower slowly, right? Okay, I love this. This is going to be absolutely incredible. Wow. Okay, so magnolia petals. And the deep, rich purple, like I said, that'll look amazing with your color palette for your skin tone. But I'm thinking as well, we can even play into that with the makeup, doing a nice deep purple on the lower lash line. Yeah. Oh, some gloves. we could do gloves that are kind of higher up, so it almost looks like the petals are encasing your arms. I'd love that. Okay, so we want gloves as well. Gloves, so petals encase the arms. That's really good. Wow. I do have this one here, which is a really nice fabric, and you can see it's more of a chiffon, but it is see-through if you just have the one layer of it. Here, feel this. How do you like the feel of that one? Okay. Yeah, we could definitely do something a little bit softer. We just have to make sure that we can sew the petals onto it, because I think that netting might be a bit too thin given how heavy the petals are. I don't want the fabric to not hold properly to your body. So I think we'll do something a little bit thicker, but you want something a bit softer than that? Okay. I don't think I have any gowns here. Oh, actually, feel this one. This one, again, we just use a top layer, but feel this one here. Right, that one's a bit softer. Do you like that? Okay. Yeah. Well, these are just some sample gowns that I had prepped in case you wanted to see some different styles of necklines and just the longer gowns. For sure, we can definitely go through them and see if there's any aspects of them you absolutely adore, and we can work it into that. But I'm so glad we have a theme down, and then I can start working on, of course, the gown, and we can get ready for a beautiful fitting. It'll be amazing. Okay. Oh yeah, the team is gonna love that. Are you kidding? It's an incredible idea. You are genius. Okay, so this was, of course, more of a sort of shorter one. I just picked it because I actually really loved the tweed, and I didn't know if you wanted to almost play into this as like a moss, because when you do a tweed that's different shades of green, it really does look like a mossy texture. And with the Garden of Time, I thought that that could be really beautiful, and adding different flower aspects onto it, or playing with the flowers in your hair, gloves, or shoes. So I just brought this one as more of like a fabric so you could feel, but it is a bit thick, so yes. Okay. I also picked this one because I loved this. I remember what did we put? We put you for this look last year when you went on tour, was it? Yeah. This is a stunning see-through dress. You remember this one, the beautiful see-through black lace with the ruffle details along the shoulder. It's very vintage, 1920s-esque. I also love the asymmetrical hem on it, the shorter on the one side, the longer. It's really beautiful. And this is a more of a deeper V neckline for you, which actually did suit you quite well. It looked beautiful on you. So I didn't know if you wanted to just play with different lace textures again and have something that was a bit more see-through and risque. Right, well, that's why I asked. Okay. This one. Now this was one that we opted for one of your events. I can't remember what it was. Red carpet event you've had. So busy all the time, but I loved when we did the olive green on you. That also looked really beautiful on you. Went well with your eyes, but oh my goodness, the purple is gonna really bring out your green eyes. It truly is. They are going to pop so well. Wow, I'm so excited. No, but I just loved the print of this one. Like, I truly just adore it. It's stunning with the cowl neck here. It really is so flattering. So I didn't know if we wanted to do maybe a more elevated version of this gown. I still adore the petal idea as well. Yes, and then we've already decided on the fabric from this one. So that's good. Oh, but this will be helpful because here. This is actually really helpful. This here is a halter. We haven't put you in one like this before, but this is not a halter that's going to wrap around the neck. As you can see, it just has these thinner straps, and these sit more wide on the shoulder. Like it goes in, and then it sits wide out by the collarbones, which is very flattering. I think that would absolutely just complement your décolletage area. Just so gorgeous. Like, it would just be very, very timeless, classic, and chic. Yeah, I concur. Okay, this one I have here, just a flower added on. This was again another option if we wanted to do more flower decals, but these petals I don't love as much. They're definitely not Magnolia-esque, and I still have to play around with the fabric because, as you can see, it's not perfectly holding its shape, so I'd have to play around with it. But this one is made of vegan silk, so it is quite soft on the skin. Do you want to feel? Great, very soft. But I like the idea that we have with the other petals and the see-through aspect of like see-through on the legs, but then covered with the petals in other areas, right? It's beautiful. Okay, it's really gorgeous. Okay, so for the halter aspect though, do you like the thin straps along the outside and all of that, or do you want more of a high neck like how I have here? This is more of a mock neck rather than a full turtleneck, but we could do a mock neck with the low back, which is very chic as well. It's very classy. Oh, it's hard. I do agree in that it is timeless. However, I would say you're still so young, and I think that is a look that we could save for when you're a little bit older. It's a bit more sophisticated. I think if we were gonna do a halter, we would want something a little bit more just like barely there, very dainty, very dainty and simple and feminine, rather than a bit more like chic, and I guess it's just a bit older. It's definitely more sophisticated. Yeah, I think if we can do it now, we might as well go with the dainty aspect of it, and it'll actually really contrast nicely with the heavy aspect of the Magnolia petals. So, thinner halter straps. I am so excited for this. So, you know me, I show more of my emotion internally than externally, but I can promise you on the inside I am screaming excited. Now the team is going to love this. I am thrilled to get started and also see how we can do these petals, whether we're going to have to use real petals and preserve them, which I think would also be a really good ode to the preservation of ourselves and time, and preserving certain moments in time. Yet every moment is fleeting, and every petal does fall at the end of the day. We try to preserve in today's world, but sadly we all age. Sadly, that is life. So I also think that's a beautiful aspect to it. Yeah, I'm gonna make a note of that. Preserve the real petals. Rather than trying to recreate, let's preserve as much as we can. Yeah. Luckily, they're in bloom right now, so we'll collect as many as we can. Okay. Perfect. No. Luckily, I have all of your measurements. I think I have about every single inch of your body measured from when we did last year's gown, of course, but then also, me constantly updating your measurements whenever we do a new look. But for this one, it's going to be a little bit more. We're going to have to play around with it a bit, take a sample, and then I might do a little bit bigger so that we can always take in and work the petals around, okay? I do just want to go over, though, maybe some aspects of jewelry, because I know you mentioned you wanted to use some more vintage style pieces, so I pulled some from my collection that I think you might like that we could perhaps include. Like, for example, we have some beautiful vintage, more champagne-y toned pearls. This one's a bracelet, of course, but But if you're wanting something like this, for example, this clasp here is very vintage. So we could always do something like this, whether it be on the side of the gloves, whether it be as your earrings. Okay. Yes, I mean, we wouldn't need it to clasp at the back if we're doing the straps, but if you want to halter that clasps at the back, we could definitely use something like this. Okay, you want a complete open back, then no straps. Okay, no, of course. Feel free to change your mind as much as you'd like until we start actually creating the dress, that is. So we're gonna go then, no straps, and we want to use the vintage clasp around neck. Okay. I have a few in my collection, but I think something like this is really nice with just the simple lines. Yeah, very elegant. Okay. I also didn't know if you might want to include some more rich colors then. It's funny enough that I brought this one because this is a beautiful deep purple, which is actually very reminiscent of that deep purple in the Magnolia petals, in the bottom of the petals. If you want to do something like this, perhaps as an earring, beautiful jewels, or we could add them onto your shoes. I mean, personally, I love the idea of using more vintage jewelry. I think it also just plays into how time is fleeting, and just using vintage pieces I like, incorporating different elements from different eras. But that is just my idea of it. If you're thinking you want to keep it very simple with the jewelry, then we don't have to. We also wouldn't have to use something this big. I just thought it's funny that I already had this color chosen. It was really meant to be. Okay. Most definitely, we could always just do a very simple gold and pearl stud if you'd like. We will have to do your hair up though if we're doing the halter in the back, because we'll want to showcase the open back. Oh, this was a piece that I actually picked out for one of your upcoming looks. I just wanted to show you, but I thought it was so beautiful, the vintage cameo. I don't think we've ever styled you in one of these. I know, very Antoinette, very Bridgerton, but I thought for the upcoming premiere you could wear it, the upcoming Bridgerton premiere. Yes, right. Thought it'd be beautiful. And I think it's very Bridgerton-esque without being cheesy or tacky. It's a beautiful piece, isn't it? I sourced it actually the last time I was in London. Yeah. Oh gosh, no. I definitely don't travel as much as you. You know that. I love working here in my studio. But I do occasionally make a few trips to Europe to source some beautiful pieces for, well, I mean, you're my favorite client, so. Yeah, well, thank you. As your only stylist, I do appreciate that. Oh, and then we just have, I was going to maybe offer some options in terms of utilizing vintage lockets and whatnot, but I think we've definitely surpassed that idea. Yeah, I agree. Okay. And then for shoes, then I'm thinking we just go with a very simple, deep purple stiletto. Right. Yeah, and do you want this gown quite long? I'm thinking very long with the train, the petals going all the way down the back, down the train. Yeah, okay. So you're not even going to really see the shoe. You will see it a little bit since the dress is kind of see-through, but we want really just height and simple. But we want something that's also comfortable for you to walk in, so. Yes, I'm just meaning at the bottom it will still be a bit see-through because we'll have the petals then more scattered. There'll be a lot here, of course, at the top and in the center, then they'll kind of scatter down the train of the dress. So you'll see your shoes a little bit more, but just keeping a dark purple stiletto. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm very excited about this. Are you? Okay, good, good. And I don't really think we've done a deep, rich purple look on you mixed with the light grayish lavender tones. It's going to be incredible and really bring out your eyes. I'm also going to reach out to your hair and makeup team to see how we can maybe even work in some petals into your hair and see about the purple eye look. They might have some ideas as well about also preservation for the petals. I feel like your makeup artist would definitely have some great ideas. She's genius. Okay, well, yes, I know you do have a flight to catch, so I won't keep you too long, but if I have any questions, I'll just reach out. Okay, but I'll see you next week, right? Lovely. Okay, well, good luck. What's this one for again, if I may ask? Oh, right. This is just a little love boat trip. Okay, well, enjoy. Soak up all the love, okay? And you have all the outfits that I sent for you? Yeah, you've got them all packed? Assistant does, I'm sure. Okay. Well, most amazing. Have the safest of travels, and I can't wait to see you next. I'll get started on this ASAP. Okay. Bye, my darling.